everyone, welcome to another segment of Let's Talk About It at Willard Library. Every first Thursday of the month, we air a different organization from Battle Creek and or Calhoun County. And the importance of that is so that people will know and have knowledge of all the resources and information that we have. And so we are so excited to have an organization with us today by the name of Women's Co-op. And so thank you all for being here today. Can you tell us your names?
So my name is Valerie Whitney, and I'm the program coordinator for the Women's Co-op.
Yep. I'm Kayla Johnson. I'm the work experience trainer.
Okay, and thank you again for your time and being here and for your service in Calhoun County.
Thank you.
Can you tell us or tell the listeners what is the mission and the vision of the Women's Co-op?
So the Women's Co-op is basically women helping women. We work together to improve lives of our women and women in our community through education, life skills, career training, things of those natures. And our vision for our organization is that we have an organization in this community. Calhoun County is our main focus area, where all women can count on one another for support and to be there for each other, to foster a network of supportive services, help, guidance, whatever that may look like for you as a woman in Calhoun County.
I love that. And the Women's Co-op has been here. It's been around for a while.
Right.
But I think this is the first time I really understood the mission and the vision and so many things that you all have to offer. So I'm really excited to hear more about the Women's Co-op.
Right. We are actually have been in existence for 20 years. And the executive director as the co-founder of the organization. And it was started at her kitchen table. Based out of a need that her and her best friend saw in their community for folks to meet everyday obstacles that they have, like a pair of black pants for work, a ride to work, someone to do your laundry, someone to babysit for you while you went to work so that you could support your family. And that's how the existence became.
I love that.
And that's why it still exists today, because at the core of co-op, that is exactly what's happening.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So can you tell us where you're located?
Yep. So we're at 2055 East Columbia Avenue. You could reach out from Georgetown Estates and touch our building. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And do you have a telephone number or contact information for those that are listening?
Yep. So our phone number is 269-966-8988. And then for Valerie, Teresa, myself, or Mia Henry, it's our first and last name at womenscoop.org.
Okay.
You can certainly visit our website at www.womenscoop.org, and all of our contact information is on there as well.
All right. And then, of course, you can also contact me, Miss Stephanie, at 269-968-8166, extension 501, or sboyd@willardlibrary.org in case you want more information or you need me to refer you to the Women's Co-op. So I know that today we will be highlighting the workforce program, but I also know you have lots of program and resources that are available. Can you speak to some of those?
Sure. So some of the other resources that we offer in-house are parenting classes. We also do work readiness classes. We focus on a family as a whole. So just because mom is successful in whatever avenue she's engaging with us, we want to make the whole unit successful. So that means that we'll teach GED classes and we'll have tutors on site for anyone in your family that might need those services, be it your significant other, be it one of your older children, whatever the case may be. We also teach family wellness classes. Those just kind of look at your family as a whole and kind of help guide you through this crazy world that we're living in at this point. We have AA that meets in our building every Wednesday at noon. Another supportive services that we found was very helpful for some of our folks. We also, at Women's Co-op, we use the Each One Teach One method.
Okay.
So if you know or have a skill set, say for instance, you know how to braid hair and you want to teach folks how to braid hair, you can teach a class in how to braid hair.
Yeah.
You can teach a class in how to paint, one pot cooking, whatever. The sky is the limit for what you know. We allow you to share and teach with other members. So that's some of the things that we do besides work experience training and those things.
All right. And then, are there hours for these programs, or is it on a need to know, or how does someone access these programs?
Yeah, so for the work readiness classes, those kind of come along with the training programs. But as far as like GED, parenting classes, those are on schedules.
Okay.
So if somebody were to need one of those classes, they could just call. We would get them on a roster for the next available class. And Valerie and Teresa both teach classes twice a week, usually Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Okay.
But they vary throughout the season, different time slots, so that they can meet the needs of different shifts people are working on, different shifts that women have like children in school or here or there, so we don't usually have any sort of like issue getting anybody in.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. And then is there a cost or insurance, or what's the eligibility?
All of our classes are free.
I love
That's
that.
how we feel that way it's more accessible to everyone. A lot of the folks that we have in our membership are enmeshed in poverty, and they're barely making ends meet. So it was our philosophy not to add an extra cost, just to lift them up. So that's why we have most of our classes are at no cost.
Yep.
And is there an age, like is it 18 and up, or is there an age requirement?
So you have to be 17 and a half in order to sign up for Women's Co-op as a member. But if you have a parent who signs up, you are automatically engaged under their case.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when any of the members decide they want to do a class, they would just come to like me or Teresa, Valerie, and just say, hey, this is what I want to do, this is the plan, and then we just put it on the books. Usually we would try to do that on like a Monday,
Okay.
but yeah, we'll just put it on the books, and then that gives time too for others to be able to have an opportunity to pitch in some way if they can. So if there's a potluck and we have somebody leading it, they would put out a list and say, hey, like bring a plate, and then you would just sign up for it, and then it just comes together that way. So it's free, you don't ever have to, it's just like giving people an opportunity to contribute if they can.
Gotcha. That is amazing.
It's really cool.
Wow. So tell us more about your workforce program.
So our workforce program, we have 4 arms of that actually.
Okay.
One of the training programs Kayla is in charge of is frontline receptionist.
Okay.
So we train folks in our community to do frontline receptionist work.
Okay.
So you learn how to do letters, business letters. You learn how to send an email, fax, scan. You have to be able to type so many words a minute. And that training program lasts for 6 weeks. And there is a training stipend attached to that, so they are paid while they're training. Then we also have janitorial. So we are housed inside Trinity Lutheran Church, and it is our responsibility to keep that church clean. We
Okay.
provide most of the traffic during the week, so we do keep the church clean. And so we just developed this janitorial program so that it would teach folks how to do cleaning, not just how to run a vacuum and that kind of thing, but they learn about hazardous chemicals and what not to mix, and bloodborne pathogens and things of that nature as well. Then we have industrial sewing, and the sewing class, industrial sewing and cricketing. So they learn how to make everything from, I don't know,
A pin cushion to a dress.
yeah.
It's amazing the stuff that comes out of there.
And then they teach the art of cricketing, so you can put designs on the shirts, they teach them how to heat press it, all of that kind of stuff. And then just recently we added the other arm, which is manufacturing and production. So we have some partners in the community where we put our folks in, and they're there for 20 weeks and they learn how to do manufacturing, they learn how to do different types of production, and they're also paid stipends for that as well.
Oh, and Bronson.
Bronson, yes. We just recently signed a contract with Bronson for their food service program.
Oh.
So we have some folks that are working at the hospital as well.
I love that. That is absolutely amazing.
We're
Wow.
just all in the community, everywhere.
And we need it. So how can the community support your program, are there any volunteer opportunities, or what can we do to continue to allow people to know that this resource is available? Because we're a small community, but we have so much to offer, but
Yes. Just need
it's
to know
hard,
where to put it.
yeah, it's hard to find out.
So I think for me, in my corner, it would be really cool to see people step up for membership. So being people there to act as mentors, to donate, to help give those rides. Those things are really, really cool. And then like we have so many events coming up. So we do a couple fundraisers each year. Then we have like Last Chance Prom. Family picnic is what we call it, when we bring everybody in who's a part of co-op, whether you're in this or that or whatever, and just have one big meal together. And there's always different pieces that need to be pulled together for that. So though membership is pretty much, they are the people who like run it, pull it all together, make it happen, clean up, pick up, arranging this, that, you know, but those are, it's always nice to have more hands in that. And then like being able to spread the word about co-op too, because right now we are trying to grow street court. So street court is for nonviolent misdemeanors, and because like Val said, we are working with poverty Alice populations. Those folks sometimes just need a little bit of a boost, so they can't always pay those infractions in dollar amount, so they can come do community service with us or wherever they're doing it. And then we can give them hours, and we work with the courts. It's a specialty court. And then they are just stay in contact with us every month. They go to court with us, and they get that exchange for $10 an hour that they do community service. They get off of those fines and fees that they accumulated. So like having like people to help us like get us out there a little bit more, to be able to reach more people, like that's something that would be really cool for me.
And then obviously, you know, we can always use financial support.
Yeah.
And then also we have one of our biggest fundraisers coming up in May, Paint a Chair, Fair and More.
Okay.
And this year it's going to be held on May 18th, and it's going to be at the Cool Family Center.
Oh, okay.
And so if you are an artist or know someone who is an artist and would like to donate a piece for the auction, it would be fabulous. All the proceeds for the event go back into our education and training programs. So.
And for the artists, they do get tickets.
Yes, if you're an artist, you get a ticket,
Yep.
so that you can get into the event for free.
Yeah, and it's so much fun.
Wow.
It is. It's actually like really fun.
I love that, and I love what you're doing in the community. So if you're just tuning in, my name is Miss Stephanie. This is Let's Talk About It, another segment of Let's Talk About It at Willard Library, and we have Valerie and Kayla who are here for the Women's Co-op. One more time, can you give them where you're located and your telephone number?
Sure, we're located at 2055 East Columbia Avenue, inside of Trinity Lutheran Church. Our phone number is 269-966-8988.
Thanks again for coming, and thanks for what you're doing in the community.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.